Grand Valley Archives, founded in 1989, has been in Selwyn at the corner of Carnegie, center line of Smith, and Woodland Drive in an historic landmark schoolhouse that for a while was the office of Smith Township. My name is Elwood Jones, and I am an archivist, historian, and editor. Our archival holdings reflect an historic sample of the world experienced by our ancestors and contemporaries. We have outstanding diaries, John Graham Weir, exceptional and large collections of photographs, Peterborough Examiner, Nick Young Bateman, Ken Wyatt, Osborne Studio, Electric City Collection, significant local maps, insurance plans of Lakefield, Hastings, and Peterborough, Sanford Fleming's 1848 map of the Newcastle and Colborne district, Examiner's 1922 map showing industries, the Cameron map of 1896, 1882 map showing the rail lines of the Midland Railway, which was centered on Peterborough. Delightful collections of correspondence by various individuals. A favorite is Robertson Davies and Howard Hamlet's exchange, really superb. Significant research collections and phones related to several industries, De Laval, Alpha Laval, CGE, Quaker Oats, Ray Vestas Manhattan, Fisher Gage, altogether nearly 900 collections, a superb research library, exceptional collection of newspapers, and genealogical resources both in the reading room and online. Enjoy your forays into your past. We can help you find the information for whatever questions you have related to the Peterborough area. Mostly the internet is not so helpful on such matters, so it is important to support local heritage organizations, including Trent Valley Archives. At the moment, we are working with Your TV to produce a 30-minute film on the history of building the Ashburnham Bridge, AKA Hunter Street Bridge, for the centennial of its opening, which happens in August. It is very easy to become a member of Trent Valley Archives for most people at $60 a year, and some of the perks include an award-winning quarterly magazine on local and regional history delivered to your mailbox. As well, we have experienced staff and volunteers that can assist you in whatever searches are of interest to you. After the pandemic, access to the reading room should be very easy to arrange, but we also help by phone, email, and Facebook. I have been editing the Heritage Gazette for over 20 years, and you can read many of the past issues on our webpage, www.trentvalleyarchives.com. Just follow the links. Our current issue is pretty interesting and suggests what you might get to read every 3 months if you became a member. The issue has fascinating stories on Mark and Alan McCallum, Jesse Brown's Comb by Ken Brown, on Lakefield history, on the history of Peterborough's courthouse, Don Wilcox research on the War Memorial, John Marsh on the Neil Shoe Store, Catherine Partrell describing Peterborough in 1832, William Blackwell, a leading architect, the story of a deadly elevator accident, and a memory lane feature that's of the smells of Charlotte Street in the 1950s, and more. Some of the people who make Trent Valley Archives such a special and pleasant place to visit are Heather Eaton Landry, Diane Tedford, Ruth Kuchinad, Al Brunger, Rick Meridew, and our current president, Steve Guthrie. Madison Moore is our social media guru, and there are many others in this great organization largely run by volunteers. We look forward to welcoming you to Trent Valley Archives. Steve Guthrie will comment on some other aspects of what makes Trent Valley Archives special.
Thank you, Elwood. Trent Valley Archives runs a number of events and activities with a focus on local historical events, places, and people. While the current pandemic has restricted many of these, we've been able to pivot and stage things online. These include a very popular Zoom presentation by Assistant Archivist Heather Eaton Landry on dating historic photographs based on the clothing worn by the subjects in the picture. Over the years, volunteers and TVA staff have produced and presented walking tours on a wide variety of historic topics, including ghost walks in downtown Peterborough and Ashburnham, a tour of the historic Old West End we called West End Story, murders on Rue George, a trip back in the era of Jack the Ripper, and tours of the city's 19th century industrial heartland called Down at the Plant. In cooperation with Little Lake Cemetery, we've produced a number of cemetery pageants where actors portray famous and infamous Peterborough residents buried there. TVA also works at Doors Open Peterborough, supporting their work in discovering hidden architectural gems within our city. Now, once public health restrictions are lifted, TVA will again present a full schedule of such events. For example, at the lake, Ladies of the Lake, featuring notable women of Peterborough, including artisans, pioneers, and business leaders. Mark Your Spot, again at the lake, featuring many historical and artistically interesting monuments. And Ballots, Booze, and Bullets takes place in Ashburnham. Starts off at Black's Distillery. It includes a tour and features illicit activities that took place in the city during the 20s and 30s, and finishes at Ashburnham Ale House. Now, these tours are arranged from $20 to $25 a person, and it's important to notice that Trent Valley Archives has no continuing government support from any level of government. So it's the tours and memberships are what keeps us, going and keeps us presenting the local history that is so valuable. Trent Valley Archives is located at Fairview Heritage Center at the corner of Woodland Drive and Carnegie in Selwyn Township on the north edge of Peterborough. Please schedule a visit when the pandemic is over, and you're always welcome to join us online at TrentValleyArchives.com.